Okay, I'm joined with Lorca. Okay, when did you get into house music?
I got into house music quite recently, I think, because I was into dubstep before, and then obviously a lot of people started making house, and it kind of slowly just progressed into that as dubstep got a bit boring.
Did you make dubstep first?
I did, yeah.
Was it any good?
It was horrible.
Why?
If I listen to it now, it's embarrassing, basically.
Have you put any dubstep out?
Yeah, under a different name, but I'd prefer not to.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. Okay, when did you make your first track?
What, electronic music?
Yeah.
Probably in college when I was about 16, 17. Made like drum and bass, just like messing about, learning how to make tunes, really.
How do your tracks come about? What do you do first? Do you do this, take a sample and then just work it up, or what's the process?
It's changed quite a lot. I used to just make drum beats and then try and play some chords over it, get like a little idea, and then just build it up from that, basically. But now it's more sampling, like getting vinyl and recording in like something that I like, and then putting it in a sampler. And
where'd you get your samples from?
it was off the internet at first, so like, I download sample packs, but then basically everyone's got the same sample pack, so you end up hearing the same sample in so many like underground house tunes, like that everyone's using the same acapellas.
So how do you get one that's just unique? I guess you have to go find a record that you like.
Yeah, vinyl, basically. You go to like record shops and dig out records.
So you've released on Left Blank, Third Ear and Dummy Records. When's the next EP out and on what label?
It's weird because Third Ear, the guy that runs that is like a family friend of my parents, who like used to be in a band, and my dad produced his band.
No way.
And that's the reason I got in touch with him. And then Dummy was like, they just got in contact with me over email.
Right, cool.
And they came down to Brighton and listened to like my stuff, and then they picked out a couple of tracks and they were like, we'll take those.
So you're going to release on them again, or?
No, I was going to, but then we didn't end up doing it. This new EP was maybe going to come out on Dummy, but they kind of decided they didn't want to.
So when's the new EP out?
It's out April 1st on vinyl.
What's on there? Can you give us a little?
Yeah, 3 new tracks and a remix, basically. 3 brand new. Actually, there's one track on there that's quite old, but I've just redone it.
What's the remix of?
It's someone's done a remix of one of my own tracks.
Oh right, cool.
So yeah.
Who's done the remix?
It's Citizen. He's like a new house producer. He's doing really well.
We'll have to check it out. Okay, so there's a massive buzz around house music at the moment, as you obviously know. Do you think this is going to like fizzle out and people are going to get bored of it like they did with dubstep, or do you think it's going to go strong? And
I think house is it's been going for so long that it will never really fizzle out. But there is kind of like this sort of dubstep influenced house. There's like bass, people call it bass or whatever. That I think will fizzle out because it's kind of a hype, isn't it? It's like,
yeah,
it's not actually that great music. It's more
something else come along. Trap at the moment's like everyone's like, oh, trap music. Blah, blah. Do you think that's just going to get boring? Do you like trap?
No, I don't know. It just seems like a bit of a fashion thing. It will just die out like dubstep was. Dubstep was good, but then as soon as money starts coming into it, then it just kind of gets ruined.
So last year, I've done my research, you played Big Chill, Secret Garden, did a few festivals. Have you been booked for any festivals this year?
Well, basically, it's been like a long period of no music coming out for me, like for like 6 months. Oh, wow. Actually, almost a year now, because that Dummy record one was a year ago. It was in March. And then, like, I didn't really get many bookings.
So have you got any now?
But now, now that the word's coming out that I've got my EP, there's a few bookings. Like, I'm playing at Echo in Croatia.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, and Dimensions in Croatia.
So you're just going to take a holiday and go on? That'll be sweet.
That'll be sweet. And one in Sheffield called Tramlines, which is like, I don't know, it looks good. Sheffield's biggest festival.
Right, sweet. Oh, hey, Sheffield massive. I know you're a student at the moment. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do when you leave? Are you going to do music full time? What's your plan?
I'm going to stay in Brighton and try and do music full time, but it's fucking hard to do that full time, like to earn that money, you know, pay the rent or whatever.
I guess you make most of your money off doing gigs and playing out.
DJing is where you make your money. I haven't made a penny off any of those records from selling records. Like, really? Even though some of them sold out, I haven't made 1 penny from any of it.
Just doing it for the love of things.
Yeah, you do get a lot of money for DJing though, because they just pay you stupid fees for like an hour set.
That's what you want, isn't it? Finally, where are you playing next?
I'm playing in London. It's in Vauxhall at the Lightbox. It's with like Roy Davis Jr. and Hackman.
Oh, right.
And Paleman.
Cool.
Yeah.